Hi, I'm Marc Stevens, author of Adventures in Legal Land, a website, of course, marcstevens.net. The radio show we do every Saturday is called the No Stay Project. It's live every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. And we are, of course, on the LRN Liberty Radio Network, LRN.FM. And I want to do a quick update. When we talked on the last show we had, Joey was nice enough to call in and give us a report on what was going on with the attack against his wife. And so that's one of the things we spoke about. It was one of those them there success stories. And even though it was just traffic, it wasn't a real court. Because, you know, that's not real cops and not real guns. Not a real judge who'll throw you without a second thought into a cage. None of that's real. Nonetheless, they were able to, I want to thank them again publicly for standing up to the man and sending me the documentation to show that the ticket was, of course, thrown out. Of course, we're looking here. This is case type, traffic, I know. So it's not, none of this is actually real. Not a real court. Traffic, I know, it doesn't count to those critics out there. But what we see down here is that it was the infamous, heinous crime of trying to think that you're free to travel without paying your taxes. Whoa! So what we did, as I helped out with the motion to dismiss and also a discovery request. And when they went in on the court date for the so-called trial, I guess this was on the 29th of May, 2014, the cop, instead of pulling them aside in the courtroom and talking to them, decided to talk to them outside and said that the paperwork was very well written, and he was shocked, or he was, surprised. So he took it to the legal department because he was a bit over his head, and so the legal department, while agreeing that it was very well written, would never hold up in court. So what he did was, when he decided to not prosecute, that he was going to withdraw, and the tickets were thrown away. So here we've got nolle prosequi, which is mean they declined to prosecute, because the motion that I wrote, as everything I tend to write, is so absolutely lacking in merit that people just withdraw the ticket. They're just so baffled by my BS that the only thing they can do is, well, let's forget about the $1,000 we were trying to get, and we'll just withdraw. And of course, it was signed off by a judge, although I can't make out this chicken scratch. I can't make it out. There were actually two separate charges here. Here's the other one that by a GM Colbert, the land pirate, who's trying to steal money from Jennie. This is, again, nolle prosequi, which is he declined to prosecute, and, of course, signed off by the judge. Again, a big congratulations, and I thank you both for taking the time to send me the documentation. Of course, it doesn't mean that there was any merit to the motion, even though they declined to prosecute, and so many have declined to prosecute. It could just be that the cop didn't want to be bothered dealing with such a frivolous motion. Maybe. I don't think it's very possible, though. But, again, big congratulations. And, again, the motion to dismiss is based on the fact that the prosecution has no evidence to show jurisdiction and an essential element of the crime, because they have no evidence, not even an allegation the code applies to you, only that you violated it, and it would have to be applicable to you first in order for you to violate it. And, of course, the basic presumption that we're challenging, of course, is that if you are physically in South Carolina, then the Constitution and laws apply to you. But we know that there's no actual evidence to prove that. How many call to shames do we need to get posted up there? So, it's just like your opinion, man. And that's what it is. It's just an opinion that the Constitution and laws apply to you and me just because of our physical location, whether it be South Carolina or New South Wales, Australia, the same applies. But if you think you can do what all these prosecutors and tax agents and police officers and judges and magistrates, if you could do what they can't, please, again, we are live every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. You are more than welcome to just call into a live broadcast and completely surprise me with your incredible evidence showing that the Constitution and laws apply just because your physical location. You can also get with me at markstevens.net or markstevens@mail.com. Skype is frankrizzo3. I'm pretty accessible. So, hell, if you got the evidence, then we've definitely going to make the time. We will definitely make the time on a live broadcast or recorded show or another live broadcast that you can help get set up so that you can present the evidence and show that we are full of crap. And I'd be the first one to applaud you and correct my position. But it's going to take some evidence, not the typical personal attacks and ad hominem garbage. Again, my name is Marc Stevens. Website markstevens.net.